Hi everybody, this is Brady.
And this is Cherie.
And we're with Made by Hemp. We're here to share the top stories for hemp and CBD in the year 2017.
Let's remember that the 2014 Farm Bill made imported hemp oil legal as long as it contains 0.3% THC or less.
Yeah, so a lot of our stories today and headlines are going to be from domestic hemp.
All right, let's get to it. The Compassionate Access Act was introduced. It proposed CBD be excluded from the definition of marijuana due to its non-psychoactive properties.
In February of 2017, Ireland announced they are going to legalize cannabis for certain specific medical conditions.
New Zealand's Ministry of Health changed the approval process for patients seeking medicinal marijuana. Patients now go directly through the Ministry of Health for approval.
Representative Thomas Garrett introduced the Ending Federal Prohibition of Marijuana Act of 2017. Try saying that 10 times fast. If passed, this would legalize both hemp and marijuana.
The governor of Utah signed a medical marijuana research bill. It requests that marijuana be rescheduled as a Schedule II drug so that it's easier to study.
Tennessee's district attorney gave sellers a 30-day notice to discontinue selling CBD products or face prosecution. There's been debate on the legality of this move, but we hope things clear up for you soon down there in Tennessee.
Canada has been very strict on cannabis, so it came as a huge surprise when they announced plans to legalize it by July 2018. If this passes, as it's expected to, Canada will become the second nation to legalize cannabis.
How many memes do you think there will be of that Canadian flag? In April 2017, a federal bill was introduced to make cannabis a Schedule III drug instead of a Schedule I drug. This would make it much easier for researchers to do research.
Wisconsin signed Senate Bill 10. This legislation makes it easier for people to acquire CBD oil. Families can get the okay from their physician to use CBD.
Indiana joined a growing list of states to legalize cannabis for specific medical conditions. The cannabis oil must be low THC and high in CBD. Senator Randy Head stated, "This is not the gateway to recreational marijuana. This is a gateway for parents whose children have hundreds of seizures a day that cannot be treated by other means." When this law passed, it caused a lot of confusion because police cracked down on anybody buying CBD as they interpreted the law to mean CBD was illegal for anybody who did not have a specific medical condition. We're hoping that the state of Indiana will come out soon with clarifying statements so that we can further understand why I'm complicating this one line so much.
Do therefore as thou. Colorado State University started clinical CBD trials for pets. The university's veterinary teaching hospital studied the effectiveness of CBD for epilepsy and osteoporosis in dogs.
In June of 2017, Mexico legalized cannabis for health and research purposes. The bill also clarified that cannabis products can be used as long as they have less than 1% THC.
So you remember how we talked about New Zealand updating their approval process for CBD? Well, they updated it again, so patients can now get approval from their doctor to obtain CBD, rather than the Ministry of Health. However, approval is needed every 3 months.
The Industrial Hemp Farming Act of 2017 was introduced. If passed, it would allow for the cultivation of hemp throughout the entire United States.
Woo! Senator Cory Booker introduced the Marijuana Justice Act.
I like Cory Booker.
It proposes that marijuana be removed from the Controlled Substances Act, which would end federal criminalization of cannabis. Senator Booker had a lot to say about this, including that, quote, "Our country's drug laws are badly broken and need to be fixed."
In later 2017, the FDA sent a letter to 4 CBD companies for making health claims. It doesn't matter what the research has shown. Companies cannot claim a supplement can diagnose, treat, or cure any sort of disease.
Remember that confusion we mentioned in Indiana earlier in the year?
Yes.
Yeah, that confusion carried all the way through the year. Attorney General Curtis Hill stated that CBD oil is illegal to sell or possess in the state. Many argued that his statement contradicts the 2014 Farm Bill that we talked about previously. Some stores had thousands of dollars worth of CBD confiscated, but then made the bold decision to stand their ground and return CBD to their shelves. The Attorney General was quoted as saying CBD as mostly illegal. We're not sure what that means or where Indiana stands now, but we're hoping that things clear up soon.
The 39th Expert Committee meeting on drug dependence was held in Switzerland. CBD and 16 other substances were reviewed.
A bill was signed in Wisconsin to allow farmers to grow industrial hemp. Sounds pretty easy.
The World Health Organization released a report based on the earlier mentioned meeting in Switzerland. It states that CBD has no public health risks or potential for abuse. They're taking it off their banned substances list in 2018, meaning many athletes will be allowed to use CBD.
For our references and more information about the stories talked about here, visit the link in the description. Until then, follow Made by Hemp for more stories throughout 2018.
Happy New Year!